the best place to work.
I love working here.
I feel very blessed.
I love it here.
I look forward to coming to work every day, being a part of this team.
Like a family away from home.
Where everyone feels like everybody knows their name.
A city that supports you. We see that with our benefits.
A pension, vacation days, job security.
Being able to be heard.
We feel valued. We feel respected.
Leath Summit is a very progressive city.
It's growing, it's thriving.
We have this drive towards not just doing a job, but doing it with a spirit of excellence. I had the opportunity to continue to grow, regardless of 30 plus years doing this kind of work.
It's more than just dollars and cents.
We're here really to give back.
Providing a service to better a community.
To go out and serve people.
To be a part of something bigger than yourself. If I would have known what I know now, years ago, I would have been here much sooner.
Leath Summit has lots of local destinations, but where do you start? Green Street, a vibrant community space in the heart of downtown, is where Leath Summit comes together. Its 3 dynamic areas have something for everyone. Green Street Market is a modern event venue and home to the downtown Leath Summit Farmers Market. Green Street Lawn is a covered performance space hosting live music, family activities, and more. Green Street Grove is a mixture of gathering spaces, an immersive playground, and bold architectural features. And all 3 areas host community events year-round. So the next time you set out to enjoy the city you love, remember, meet at Green Street.
Welcome to the Leath Summit Sign Department. We are going to walk you through our process from start to finish. We make signs as needed here. It's not like we just go out into the field and place a speed limit sign here, no parking here. Our traffic engineers, they go through and they'll do field studies. They'll send us down an engineering work order for us to go out, place new signs or remove signs as needed. Coming from the material, our blanks come in and they're just aluminum blanks. We can put our white, our red, our fluorescent yellow, green, whatever. And basically what it looks like is just that there. Throw it up into the roller. And once we got it covered, take it to our work table here, and Tim will cut the corners, cut all the access off to where it's lined up right. As far as the plotter and the software that we use, there's a street name sign there, and he's gonna go ahead and print that out on the plotter so you can see the plotter and how it operates and runs. There's standards for the height, even just on letters on the sign blank. Basically what we have on the computer there is it's pretty much set up to those. And it goes through, it's got a very small but sharp needle that goes through and cuts everything out, letter by letter. Once that's done cutting, our next stage would be bringing it over here. Currently picking out the sign letters right now. We call it weeding or picking or however you want to call it. Next, putting it on the transfer tape. Then after it's taped, we bring it over to the roller. That's where we apply it to the actual sign blank. And we'll roll it through one time just to get the air bubbles out. And the last stage is basically just taking the transfer tape off the front of it. And there's a finished product of the street name sign. We'll take you out to the field and show you our process that we go through. We're gonna go out and follow our sign guys, get something installed for you. This is where we check our underground utilities. Tim, you got AT&T?
AT&T's back here.
Evergy, Google, so we should be good to go. We normally put all of our stuff together out in the field. Then once the base is installed, we'll go ahead and Put the post in there. We've come up to perfect. And that's how we do it. Simple, quick.
Keeping our city beautiful is a collaborative effort for all citizens. The City of Lee's Summit supports these efforts with a set of guidelines or ordinances, and the city's neighborhood services team helps put those guidelines into practice. These guidelines ensure grass stays trimmed, fences are maintained, home exteriors are kept up, and much more. We can all help out by first making sure our property meets these guidelines. If you notice a potential violation on a neighbor's property, first check the guidelines on the city's website. If it is a violation, the next step is to communicate with your neighbor directly. If that is not possible, or if the problem persists, it can be reported through LS Connect. LS Connect is an online platform for submitting issues to the city. You can access it on the city website or by downloading the app through your mobile device's app store. Once you submit an issue, it is reviewed by the Neighborhood Services team. A Neighborhood Services officer will then visit the site. For any violations found, the Neighborhood Services officer will leave a notice and speak with the property owner if possible. The officer's goal is to help the property owner solve or abate the problem as quickly as possible. After a 10-day period, the officer will inspect the site to see if the issue has been abated. Normally, by this point, the issue has been resolved. If not, depending on the type of issue, an extension could be granted, or the city might fix the problem at the owner's expense. In rare cases, if all other measures have been applied, the issue will be resolved in the municipal court. Neighborhood Services officers work hard to resolve problems quickly and positively. They are here to support the community as we work together to keep our city beautiful.
Member Lovell. Thank you, Mayor. Great presentation, Ryan. Thank you. Is there any indicator that shows, are we supporting a need with...
You know, they talk about like gym rats, kids that grew up with their dads that were coaches. Like I was a city hall rat. My dad, Tom Lovell, was hired as the Parks Administrator in 1978 and spent 40 years in public service here in Lee's Summit. I would go up on the weekends when he was working and I'd run around and play and do things, and I didn't know what he was doing at the time, but I just knew that was part of our weekend routine some days was to go up and hang out at City Hall. Being part of a city from a young age to now in my adult life, you reap so many benefits from that. The people you know, you care more for something that you've been a part of. My wife and I knew we wanted to raise a family. Just trying to find a community that we thought we could raise our children in, that was good to me. And it just felt like the right move as we were deciding on a city to come back to. Fortunate to have started a business in 2018. I founded Lovell Insurance Group, and we are a business insurance brokerage. So we help businesses procure insurance. Decided to throw our flag in the ground here in Lee's Summit, and it's grown. I also have this passion for learning and curiosity, and I started a podcast series. So I really enjoy this opportunity where I sit down with business owners and tell their story, and get this out to other people in hopes that maybe it betters their life and gives them some inspiration or something. It's going to be a really exciting time, and obviously this city is in my blood. My dad's been a part of it for a long time, so I'm really excited. Thank you all. A lot of people would say I was crazy, right? So why do you throw your hand up and subject yourself to going into city politics? I think, especially as I've gotten older, I just felt, maybe a civic duty, like a responsibility to say, hey, this city's been great to me. Here's a way that I can give back and take some of my skills and put them to work for the people of this city. I wanted to bring a different, maybe way of thinking and take some of my business acumen and see areas that it may apply to how we develop and grow this community and just give a different perspective. One of our biggest challenges, but also one of our biggest opportunities is how do we develop and grow this community? We don't want to grow too fast, but we want to grow at a pace that helps support, who and what we are as a community. So, we've got a lot of opportunities, whether that be through development or parks. We've got a lot of land coming on board. So I just think it's important, it's a challenge, but it's also our greatest opportunity. And so we just got to be smart how we do that. It's just asking some different questions. Like I'm one that, I'm not contrarian for contrarian's sake. What I am is someone will tell me something and then I want to get to that position with them by just asking thoughtful questions along the way. And then if I can get there, then I feel like we've answered everything we can to move that forward versus, hey, here's kind of how we've done it. I'm never this is how we do it, this is how we've always done it, and this is how we'll continue to do it. Office of Council Member for District 2. All of my practical experience has put me in this position to serve, and I just raised my hand and said I want to do that. For which I was elected on April 5th, 2022. I feel this obligation to carry this legacy that my dad did, my family did, and then giving my kids an environment to grow up in that makes them want to come back. My kids have started rec sports through the Parks and Recreation system, and I'm watching them play soccer on this sport field that, you know, my dad helped develop. And my dad's sitting there with me, right? I mean, that's the stuff that really matters in life.
The approval of the agenda.
Chair, I move for the approval of the agenda.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Okay, we will be moving on to public comments. Is there anyone here that would like to make a public comment?
Approval of the agenda.
All right, thank you very much. What?
Approval of the agenda.
Oh, I'm sorry. We did do the approval of the agenda. Oh, yes, we have to do the approval of the Public Works Committee action.
She's got a roll call vote us.
Oh, I'm sorry, roll call. Thank you, Trish.
I'm kind of.
Roll call, please.
Sure.
Approval of agenda.
Vice Chair Rader.
Aye.
Councilmember Carlisle.
Aye.
And Councilmember Hodges.
Aye.
Okay, now we will go to public comments. Seeing none, we will move on to the approval of the December 8th, 2025 Public Works Action Letter. May I have a motion for that, please?
I move for the approval of the December 8th, 2025 Public Works Committee Action Letter.
Second?
Second, sorry.
We have a motion and a second, and now roll call, please.
Vice Chair Rader.
Aye.
Councilmember Hodges.
Aye.
And Councilmember Carlisle.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. That takes us to TMP-3571 An Ordinance approving a sole source agreement with ITpipes Opco LLC to extend their current professional services agreement for sewer inspection video software and associated maintenance for another 5 years, and authorizing the city manager to execute the same for the city.
Hi, good afternoon. Lisa Odell, Deputy Director, Water Utilities. For you is a consideration of an agreement. This is an extension of the agreement that we've got for the platform that manages the video inspection of our sanitary sewer. So Water Utilities operates 2 trucks that we use to do video inspection of our sanitary sewer. We use this for new pipes so that we can confirm condition to accept, and then also to evaluate the condition of the facilities on an ongoing basis. So this platform allows that video that's collected on the trucks to be integrated into our system so that we can see it on a map, we can search by address, and then we can go kind of back in time, right, and see the video that we've collected over the in the past history of that facility. So in 21, we went through an evaluation process and selected ITpipes based on qualifications and went through the effort to convert to this platform. So that contract has come to an end. This is an extension of that contract. The city, both at Water Utilities and ITS, has significant effort already invested in kind of the integration and conversion to set this up. So we'd like to continue to utilize the same vendor. We've also, in this contract, added a feature that like I said, we collect the video of that pipe, but the evaluation and scoring of the pipe as we go is a fairly intensive labor effort. This company has the ability to do that evaluation and scoring using AI. So Water Utilities went through a pilot program and evaluated the AI program compared to our staff and found that not only did they do as well as our staff, they actually found defects that we had missed. So if we proceed with doing the AI in this contract, that kind of frees up our staff to do other things and lets the AI find all those defects that we had missed. So happy to answer any questions on this.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Odell. Any questions or? Okay.
So on this, if we move on with the AI, we are still going to have somebody checking that, right?
Correct,
Okay.
absolutely, yes.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay. I only have the question of cost. So did our cost go up or?
It did.
Okay.
So the AI portion represents on the order of like $70,000 of the cost, but we found that in that pilot evaluation, the value of getting through our backlog of video that we've not been able to score is hands down a winner.
And hopefully save us money
Save
in
us
the
money.
long run.
Exactly.
Okay, all right, thank you very much. Thanks, Ms. Odell. Okay. Now I'm going on, right, Trish? I'm going on, okay. My little guy down there. Oh, okay, I look for a motion to approve.
Vice Chair, I'll go ahead and do that for you. I recommend to full City Council approval TMP-3571, an ordinance approving a sole source agreement with ITpipes Opco LLC to extend their current professional services agreement for sewer inspection video software and associated maintenance for another 5 years, and authorizing the city manager to execute the same for the city.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. And so it passes on to council. Roll call, please.
Okay, Vice Chair Rader.
Aye.
Councilmember Carlisle.
Aye.
And Councilmember Hodges.
Aye.
All right, thank you. We will move now to 5C, which is TMP-3537 An Ordinance awarding the bid for project number 205 for Bowlin Tank Recoating Project to Cunningham Sandblasting and Painting Company in the amount of $677,100 and authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement for the same. Ms. Odell.
Thank you. Yeah, so this is the recoating of the Bowlin tank. So this is a ground storage tank. It was last recoated in 2008. So this coating just extends the life and protects the metal on an ongoing basis. So the contract was put out to bid. Bids were received in December 17th of 2025. We received 10 bids from qualified bidders. We're recommending approval to the low bidder. Because the low bidder was so much below the engineer's estimate, so considerably below, we've done a considerable amount of calling references and checking kind of their background and that sort of thing, and have no reason not to award to the lowest bidder.
Okay, thank you very much. And do we have questions, discussion, council? council members. Just really quick.
Sure.
What is a Bowlin Tank?
Oh, it's located at kind of Maybrook and Bowlin is kind of that intersection there. So we refer to it as the Bowlin tank. But it's a 5 million gallon ground storage tank. So this is used, like currently it's out of service, like when we're in kind of the winter and lower demand times, it's not in service. But when we'll get into the summer and higher demand, we just use that tank to make sure that we've got enough water kind of in the city if there was need. So that's why we've kind of scheduled the way we have. Contractor will get in there and get this work done, and then we've given them 90 days from contract award. That should give them time to complete their work, and then we'll get in there and disinfect it and put it back in service by the summer. So it was out of service anyway. It was a great time to get the work done, and we got great bids. So
Very good, very good. Anybody else? Okay. I look for a motion.
Vice Chair, I move to recommend to full City Council approval TMP-3537 An Ordinance awarding the bid for project number 205 for the Bowlin Tank Recoating Project to Cunningham Sandblasting Painting Co. in the amount of $677,100 and authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement for the same.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Yes, Vice Chair Rader,
Aye.
Councilmember Carlisle,
Aye.
and Councilmember Hodges.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Looks like we're passing it on to council. We're now on to, I believe it's 5D, TMP-3543, an ordinance approving the award of RFQ. Whenever you talk, I think I'm doing something wrong. Okay. An ordinance approving the award of RFQ 2026-016 to HDR Engineering Inc., Burns and McDonald's, and to George Butler Associates for an on-call yearly engineering service for water and wastewater for 1 year with 2 possible 1-year renewal options, and authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement for the same. And Ms. Odell, here you are. Thank you.
This is my last one of the night.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you. You can
I'll just
stay
keep
up
on
here.
going. So this is for 3 on-call engineering contracts. So water utilities has need for various engineering services. So typically, we would kind of plan our work and come to you with an RFQ for a larger project, but this contract is for those things that might come up. So typically, things that we would utilize this contract for would be on the order of $20,000. They're things that we haven't seen coming. Maybe there's an emergency break that we need some engineering support for, those types of things. So we went through a qualifications review process. We received statements of qualifications from 9 firms. Water utilities had a review committee and selected these 3 firms to enter into contract with. So there's no scope or fee associated with these contracts at this point. It would be on an as-needed basis. And then at that point, we would follow the normal administrative requirements. So based on the value of the contract, we would get the appropriate approvals.
Okay, very good. Is there any questions or discussion on this application? All right, then I will look for a motion.
Vice Chair, I move to recommend to full City Council approval TMP-3543, an ordinance approving the award of RFQ 2026-016 to HDR Engineering Incorporated, Burns and McDonnell Incorporated, and to George Butler Associates Incorporated for on-call yearly engineering services for water and wastewater for a 1 year with 2 possible 1-year renewal options, and authorize the city manager to execute an agreement for the same.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Vice Chair Rader.
Aye.
Councilmember Carlisle.
Aye.
And Councilmember Hodges.
Aye.
Okay, we are moving now that forward onto City Council. And that takes us to 5E, which is TMP-3536, an ordinance approving change order number 2 to the agreement for construction of project number 722 for the water main replacement FY24 project to Leath Sons Inc. for an increase in contract price of $730,569.17 for a revised agreement amount of $5,222,412.17, and an increase of 56 calendar days in association with said work to the agreement, and authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement for the same. Mr. Allen, we are ready for you. Thank you.
Perry Allen, Construction Manager, Public Works. What I bring before you tonight is change order number 2. It is a project that we started in July, and as we move through the project, the 7 locations that we're doing the work there, we have, of course, this is our underground work, so we always get surprises. So we have to pivot and adjust, and most of the work that is part of this change order was actually done through what we call a time and materials basis. So we tracked exactly what the costs were. So all these were bona fide documented costs, and it addressed taking everywhere from a large percentage of this change order was a complete replacement of a main on Colburn that when we got in there and started working on it, it just could not be brought up to standard with a burst. It needed to be replaced. So we replaced that one. That was $350,000 of this change order. And then down on Shear, we had a lot of valves on a 20-inch main, so a large main, that needed to be installed that we didn't quite include in our quantities at that moment, but when we were there, we were like, we're here, we need to do this. So that's where about $220,000 of it. So most of it is in those 2 locations. Other than that, the other locations were simply adjustments for what we encounter when we're doing this kind of work, sometimes having to open up the ground to get to the water line when we thought it was going to be a burst, then restoring it. So that's what I have. We're seeking your approval.
Okay, thank you. Any discussion?
No, just a comment.
Comment.
No, I was just going to say, I appreciate you explaining it that way because it's nice to know that we don't just get in there and go, well, it's not in the budget, just cover it up. So, no, I appreciate your guys' work on this, so thank you.
Super. Thank you.
And I just want to say that I went through that bid on purpose to make myself go through that bid. And it was quite interesting because it's just like, it is true, when you get in, you start digging underground. And it said that a lot of the what were they called? The
T's, 20-inch
T's, yeah, the
yeah,
T's weren't there and different things like that. So that infrastructure is how old?
It varies. You know, we're moving around town in 8 different locations total in the project, and we go from stuff that's 50 years old to older to even newer, but built under different design standards or different, a lot of supervision over the years as we move through. So yeah, our records are somewhat of a mishmash of time. Yeah. So we get to discover the fun stuff as we go.
Yeah, I wish we didn't have that fun stuff.
Yeah.
We need money other places. But we appreciate that you're doing it and making it good for the future. So, okay, thank you very much, Mr. Allen. Oh, I thought the door opened. Okay.
It did.
Is Mia here?
Go ahead.
Okay, all right, we're moving on to our last, roll call.
Motion.
Roll call, please. Oh, we need a motion, I'm sorry.
All right, Vice Chair, I move to recommend to full City Council approval TMP-3536, an ordinance approving change order number 2 to the agreement for the construction of project number 722 for the water main replacement FY24 project to Leath Sons Inc. for an increase in the contract price of $730,569.17 for a revised agreement amount of $5,222,412.17 and an increase of 56 calendar days in association with said work to the agreement and authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement for the same.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion on this? Okay, we're moving on to roll call, please.
Chair Pryor. Aye. Vice Chair Rader.
Aye.
Councilmember Carlisle.
Aye.
And Councilmember Hodges.
Aye.
Okay, thank you very much. And now that will go on to council. Now we go to our last presenter, and that's TMP-3558, an ordinance awarding the bid for project number 117 for the Olive and Orchard Street and storm sewer improvement from Douglas Street to Chipman Road to V.F. Anderson Builders in the amount of $5,430,314 and authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement for the same. Ms. Freiberger? Freiberger. Thank you.
Yep. Nikia Chapman-Freiberger, Senior Staff Engineer, Public Works. This is the construction contract for the Olive and Orchard Road and Storm Sewer Improvements Project. The project was created to improve pedestrian safety, mitigate structural flooding, and rehabilitate some aging infrastructure in that area. It is funded from the transportation sales tax, the 2017 CIP sales tax renewal, and the water and sewer construction funds. Key components of this project are installing an enclosed storm system, building a detention basin, reconstructing Olive Street and Orchard Street to a current urban street section, which includes 2 12-foot lanes, sidewalk, and curb and gutter. This project will also include water main upgrades and some sanitary sewer work as well. We received one bid for the construction contract, which came from BF Anderson, and it is lower than the engineer's estimate. Are there any questions?
Okay, thank you. Do we have any questions, comments?
I'm excited to see this get done.
I think the people at Olive and Orchard are going to be very happy
So too.
when this, because it's been a long time coming. We've talked about it for a long time, I know. So, all right, I move for a motion.
All right, Vice Chair, I move to recommend to full City Council TMP-3558 an ordinance awarding the bid for project number 117 for the Olive and Orchard Street and storm sewer improvements from Douglas Street to Chipman Road to VF Anderson Builders in the amount of $5,430,314 and authorizing the city manager to execute an agreement for the same.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to move forward to council. And roll call, please.
Chair Pryor? Aye. Vice Chair Rader?
Aye.
Councilmember Carlisle?
Aye.
And Councilmember Hodges?
Aye.
Okay, very good, thank you. This takes us to Roundtable. Mr. Park, is there anything that you would like to share with us? I know you gave us the copy of the CP projects, the
CIP project
CIP
status.
projects, yes, sir.
Yeah, your monthly CIP project
Yes.
status report. Yeah, take a look at those. I think of the highlight you probably saw is advancing Olive and Orchard. So now we got 2 in the queue with Ward Road north of Blue Parkway up to O'Brien also set to begin construction kind of the break of spring. Otherwise, I make notice that we had a Finance and Budget Committee presentation on project delivery methods. That was last week. You might review that, see. I think it's very applicable to Public Works. They had some general questions about procurement and just having an understanding of how we bring forward construction, since all that comes to Public Works Committee, not Finance and Budget. They don't get to see the construction contracts and the design contracts and change orders and all that information. So it was a very good presentation, a lot of information shared with Finance and Budget. We did it with Public Works Committee, not to that level of detail, but we did that a couple of years ago. So just for your awareness in the public, you have an opportunity to see that. And with that, I think that's maybe another highlight is we've started design on Shear Road from Ward Road to M291 Highway. So if people start to see survey stakes and people out and around, that's what's going on out on Shear Road.
So how long will it take us to be completed, until completion on Shear Road, do you know?
So
just curious.
Yeah, design will take us a good 12 to 18 months to work through, and we're syncing that up with federal funds. So we have federal funds for reconstruction of Shear Road. And I believe those federal funds are in fiscal year 29. So 2028 time period is when we would be in construction.
Okay.
So well after we're done with Pryor Road.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Pryor Road is
after.
Pryor Road's making great progress, and it is still scheduled to be done by the end of this year. So
2026.
2020. We are in 2026.
Yes, thank you.
There's people making motions behind your back.
I'm sure they are. Are they making the shaking the head no motion? Okay.
No, it's this.
For Pryor Road?
No.
Okay. Oh, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
He's just water utilities.
He knows water, not roads. No, that's all I have.
Okay, very good. Do we have anyone else want to make a comment? Councilmember Pryor, do you want to tell us why you were absent? No.
My son had an IEP meeting, but yes. And it went well, so that's good.
Well, I appreciated getting to act in her stead. It was fun, and I know I have my lovelies down here at the end that will correct me and tell me what to do right. Isn't that great? It's awesome. Thank you, guys. We do. We need each other for sure. Okay, well, it seems like that's it for us. It's been a great meeting, and I will adjourn the meeting at 4:52.